Well, our hearts and prayers continue to go out to Cara McCollum. Earlier this week, she skid off Route 55 in Pittsgrove Township. She was taken to Cooper Hospital in Camden, and yesterday we heard she was undergoing brain surgery and was in critical condition. Today, after calling the hospital, they say the family doesn't want any more updates being released about their daughter's condition. And on a separate note, this story really hits home for me because around the same age as this young, beautiful, talented woman, I also underwent brain surgery. Now, it wasn't from a car accident. Mine was because of an AVM, and it's an arteriovenous malformation. It's where the arteries and veins meet in the brain. Yeah. And I want to show you a picture of a scan. You can see.
Is that your brain?
Yeah, it's an MRI of my brain, and that big black,
this here?
Almost like a lesion.
What is that?
That's the AVM. And that's where actually hemorrhaging was going on in my brain. And I woke up one night and I remember having something, I wouldn't even describe it to be a headache. My head was just pounding. I couldn't close my eyes. I was crawling on the floor. I really couldn't walk. And after hours, luckily one of my good friend's mom, she came to my apartment, picked me up and described me looking like I was about to really die. So I get taken to the hospital after a long emergency room wait. Next thing you know, I wake up with a neurosurgeon at my bedside saying, we're going to have to operate and we're going to have brain surgery. Why I share this is because I want young people to know that sometimes people look at me and when I say, oh yeah, I had brain surgery, they're like, what? No, not you. It could be anyone. And it's scary because you don't know if you have an AVM unless you go once a year to get an MRI, and that's the only way. And you know when you get your normal doctor's checkup, they're not scanning your brain. So anyone could wake up with something similar.
My takeaway from that when I hear this is that some people I think assume you're gonna have brain surgery, you're probably near death, you may not recover. You would never know that you underwent this kind of surgery.
It's a very difficult recovery process, but if you have a really good team and you have a support system, I would say the biggest part of the healing process for me was friends calling, people just cheering me up, because your spirit itself, being that young, is so down from, you know, learning how to walk again possibly, or sometimes people are affected by their speech patterns.
Actually, I got to tell you, thank you for sharing that very personal story. It's a touching story, it's amazing, and certainly relatable to what's happening here. So our thoughts and prayers certainly are with Cara as she recovers, and I know you'll be chasing that and following up.